Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Bone Alley Summer Shootout series. We are here for one heck of a race here this evening. We're at the Knoxville Speedway here in these beautiful 410 wing sprint cars this evening for some great dirt track racing that will test the skills of all the drivers involved here this evening. And they look like they are jumping right into the heat racing here tonight, so we're going to have two heat races. So let's bring up the starting grid for the first heat race. Trent Ivy there will start on pole, James Keaton in second, Garrett Alexander in third, Cole DeMint in fourth, Zach Stroop in fifth, Greg Molyneux in sixth, David Rogers in seventh, Kyle Armstrong in eighth, and William Eads there will start in ninth this evening. So let's just go check on the race format here for the evening. We will have two heat races. They will be 10 laps each here this evening. That will set the starting grid for our main event and feature race, which will be 40 laps here around the beautiful Knoxville Speedway here in these dirt sprint cars. The 410 wing sprints, it is going to be an exciting one. These cars very difficult to drive really anywhere, but you throw them at a very high speed dirt track like they are at this evening, Knoxville, it is going to put on one heck of a show and test the driver's ability here, as you'll find out here later this evening. But the 88 there of Trent Ivy, who is a newcomer tonight, he will lead us down to start the first heat this evening. And looks like James Keaton there in that 01 will be on the outside as they will get started here next time by. And remember, 10 laps here in the first heat race this evening, and then that will set the starting grid for the feature. There will be some sort of an invert. We don't know right off the top of our heads here what the invert will be, but they will shake it up here for the feature event here tonight as the pace truck is off, and Trent Ivy there and that number 88 will bring us down to the start as they take the green flag. And we see already that is Zach Stroop there in that number 2 making contact with our second place driver Garrett Alexander, and he's actually going to get shuffled back there as Zach Stroop tries to make a move on the inside. Most of the other drivers up toward the top part of the track. As you can see, there is a lot of action on further back here. That is Cole DeMint there in that number 12, the blue car, trying to make his way up through the field. He's now looking at the back of David Rogers, as Rogers actually tries to go to the bottom side here and make a move on Zach Stroop. Oh, that is Dave Rogers and Cole DeMint. They're going to make contact. It looks like Cole DeMint was able to save it as he's going to keep going. And let's check further on up front here. That is the 727 there, William Eads, currently looking on the outside of Garrett Alexander, your current second place driver here this evening. He's trying to run that bottom side. Very difficult to find some speed here in these sprint cars. Meanwhile, out front, Trent Ivy is putting on a clinic here as he is 4.5 seconds ahead of the field here this evening. And we see, who is that? That is Zach Stroop making a great move on the outside. He's going to get into the wall and looks like he's going to be able to keep going here, but losing out a ton of time. And looks like the closest battle we have on track right here is going to be, that is Greg Molyneux looking at the back of Zach Stroop there. That is for 5th as we will take 3 to go here this time by. And we also have this battle heating up here. That is William Eads as he looks on the outside there and takes away second place from Garrett Alexander. But I don't think Alexander's done there as he's on that bottom side trying to make it work. 2 to go this time by. Trent Ivy here takes the white flag. He's going through the final corner here for the final time. 6.5 seconds out front, putting on a clinic here as he takes home heat race win number 1. William Eads there in that 727. He's going to come across the line there in second. And Garrett Alexander there taking home third here in heat race number 1. But don't go anywhere because we're going to jump right into heat race number 2 here. Another 10-lap heat. And then right after that, we will jump straight into the 40-lap main event here this evening. All right, starting order for heat race number 2 here. We have Aaron Smith, your current points leader, starting on pole. Justin Hall, a newcomer here tonight, will start in second. John Ruggiero Jr. there. Second place in the points this evening, starting third. Jace Parrish in fourth. Tim Paradiso in fifth. Cale Mabin in sixth. Michael Doby in seventh. And Adam Logan there rounding it out in eighth. All eyes are going to be on these two drivers here tonight. So you see the number 70 there in that Revolution paint scheme. That is Aaron Smith, your current points leader here as we head into this evening. John Ruggiero Jr. there in that number 18. He is second in points. Only 1 point separates the two. And we'll see them put on a great battle here tonight as always. So stay tuned to see how this shakes out. But Aaron Smith currently on pole here for heat race number 2. We'll see what he can do. He was the fastest in practice as the pace truck will dive off this time around, and we'll get started. All right, Aaron Smith here going to lead us down to the line here for heat race number 2 as we get started. Outside line getting a great jump there. That is the 55 of Hall as Ruggiero Jr. there already up into second as he gains a spot on the entry there into turn 1. See a little contact there between Aaron Smith as he gets into the outside wall. That's going to allow the 18 of Ruggiero Jr. with a great slide job as he advances up into first. Takes away the lead from Aaron Smith. And as I said, these two are going to battle it out all night long. Let's just check back further in the field. Looks like everyone else is spread out, so we'll stay tuned here on our race leader. In the battle for the race lead, Aaron Smith currently falling back about 0.4 of a second off of Ruggiero now. And let's ride on board Aaron Smith, our second place driver here, as he chases down the race leader, Ruggiero Jr. You see Aaron Smith there pick up a little speed as he closed in about 0.2 of a second there on the back of John Ruggiero Jr., making up even more time there as it looks like Ruggiero Jr. got down into the slick part of the track. And we're going to see a little crossover action here as they head down the back straight. Four to go here at the line in heat race number 2. Aaron Smith currently chasing down your race leader there, John Ruggiero Jr. Only 0.3 of a second separate these two here this evening. And we see a little bobble there out of Aaron Smith as he now tries to go down to the inside. Is he going to pull a slide job? Not enough momentum there as he's going to come out there right behind Ruggiero Jr. Try to take the top line here through turns 3 and 4. See if he can get a great exit here as they head down the front straight. Take 2 to go this time by. See Ruggiero Jr. there go down to the bottom side in turn 1 and 2 like we saw Aaron Smith trying to find the speed here. Looks like Aaron Smith is making up a little ground as they cross the line, take the white flag, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough here as Ruggiero Jr. going to come across here down into turns 3 and 4 for the final time in heat race number 2, and he will come out victorious here as Aaron Smith will finish second, and Justin Hall with a great battle here between him and Tim Paradiso there for third. They're actually going to make contact across the line, but it is Justin Hall who takes home third, and Tim Paradiso with a great challenge there, but he will come home in fourth. And just bringing up the official results there from heat race number 2. Adam Logan taking home 5th, Cale Mabin in 6th, Michael Doby in 7th, and Jace Parrish there in 8th. Now we will jump right into our main event here this evening. No warm-up, no practice. That's one thing I love about this league. Let's just jump right into it. So let's go over the starting order here this evening. Trent Ivy will start it out on pole. I believe this is his first evening here in the Chicken Bone Alley Summer Shootout series, so what a way to make an appearance here as he's going to start out on pole. John Ruggiero Jr. there in second, William Eads in third, Aaron Smith in fourth, Garrett Alexander fifth, Justin Hall in sixth, Cole DeMint in seventh, Tim Paradiso in eighth, Greg Molyneux in ninth, Adam Logan in 10th, David Rogers in 11th, Cale Mabin there in 12th. Starting 13th, we have Zach Stroop in 14th, Michael Doby in 15th, James Keaton, 16th, Jace Parrish, and in 17th there, Kyle Armstrong. So that'll do it for your starting order here in our 40-lap main event here at Knoxville Speedway here in the sprint car capital of the world. As you can see, we've got the 410 wing sprint cars here this evening. And Trent Ivy there going to start on pole. He ran away with the first heat, so let's see what he can do here to a very fast dirt race car driver there, Ruggiero Jr. And while they do their pace lap here, let's check in on the point standing because that is what matters. $1,000 here to the race. Sorry, the season champion here in cash, and we have a great battle for that first place here in the points as we are currently in round 6, 8 rounds here, so only 2 more rounds remaining here after this evening. Aaron Smith and John Ruggiero Jr. there, only 1 point separating those two as we head in to this round this evening, and I can tell you it is heating up here as we saw these two duke it out last week, and we can expect some more here. But the 88 there of Trent Ivy, he's going to lead us down to the restart as they take the green flag here for our main event. And Ruggiero Jr. already looking to the outside. We've got William Eads there in that number 2. Looks like him and Aaron Smith are actually going to make contact. Multiple cars here getting stacked up. Oh, that is Dave Rogers there making contact with multiple people. Tim Paradiso, we got more going around. We've got a bunch of cars spun out here. That is the 13 of David Rogers. Jace Parrish up in the air there. It looks like those two mainly involved there, but that'll bring out the first caution here of the evening. Let's go back. Multiple things happen there. As you can see, that's the 21 and Cole DeMint, Dave Rogers. That is the 2. James Keaton there may have also been involved as we watch him. Oh yes, he's the one in the 01 there that got tagged there with Dave Rogers and spun around. And then we saw this thing happen further down the track. This is Jace Parrish there. Oh, it looks like he makes contact with the 17. Cale Mabin, and that's what spun him around. So what a hectic start here to our main event. 40 laps here in these dirt sprint cars, but they'll get it sorted out here, and we'll get going green momentarily. Trent Ivy currently still your race leader. John Ruggiero Jr. there moving up into second. biggest mover so far this evening is going to go to the Kyle Armstrong here in that number 53. He's currently up 6 spots and currently scored in 12th. So he made up quite a bit of ground there in the only, what we had, 1 lap green there. Good job to him, but the man of the hour right here so far is that number 88, Trent Ivy, as the pace truck will pull off this time around. We'll get restarted here with 35 laps remaining, and he's off to a great early jump there. John Ruggiero Jr. there in second. Aaron Smith up on that high side. We've got a big wad of cars here as they head down into turn 1 and 2. 53 there with Kyle Armstrong. He's looking on the inside. Not going to be able to make it around there, but he is still doing a great job. He's currently scored in 10th, so he's made up another position. Meanwhile, out front here, race leader Trent Ivy there, he has pulled away to about 0.6 of a second lead. It looks like we've got a good battle here going on for, this is for 5th as the 281 there, or the 2 on your screen. Zach Stroop going to look to the inside. Oh no, Garrett Alexander making heavy contact there with the outside wall. They are going to stay green here as it was a single car spin. He's missing his front wing there, as you can see. But Ruggiero Jr. here starting to run down our race leader. Gap now down to 0.3 of a second. And this is what we love to see right here. We'll watch these two battle it out all night long. Looks like they've pulled about a second and a half there on 3rd place. Aaron Smith, who's kind of by himself, as the next car back is the 727 there, William Eads in 4th, and Zach Stroop in 5th. In 6th, we have Cole DeMint there, so nice and spread out field so far. The 55 of Justin Hall there in 7th. Kyle Armstrong moved up into 8th, currently up 9 spots here since the start of the race this evening. And we've got a great battle here. This is for 10th, as you can see, the 55 there of Adam Logan is going to move up there into 10th, and also Greg Molyneux there in that 21. He just made a great pass on the 53 of Armstrong, and he's going to move up into 8th. And looks like we're going to have a, oh no, another caution here. Ruggiero Jr. may have been involved. Let's go back and take a look here. So this is 2nd place driver Ruggiero Jr. Yes, he's going to make contact with a lap car there and get spun around. That is what brings the yellow out. Right on board Ruggiero Jr. here as they navigate lap traffic. That's Kel Maben up ahead in that bright teal blue car, and just cuts down the track there as he got loose on the top side. And Ruggiero Jr. going to make contact. That's the 13 there of Dave Rogers, also a lap down that you saw go by. So Ruggiero Jr. not going to lose a place. However, Ruggiero Jr. here is going to the back of the field. He actually came down pit road, so he may have sustained some damage from that accident and chose to come down pit road and get that fixed. That's going to knock him all the way back to 14th there. He will stay on the lead lap, so he'll be the last car on the lead lap. And that'll move Aaron Smith, who he is in a tight points battle with currently, up into 2nd. So Ruggiero Jr. is going to have his work cut out for him tonight as well. I only have 24 laps remaining here once we get going, and Aaron Smith and Ruggiero Jr. in a very tight points battle, but we know Ruggiero Jr. is very quick, so we'll watch him roll up through the field here. That'll be exciting. All right, pace truck is off, and we are green. Trent Ivy there getting off to a great restart. We saw a car bottle there. That looked like the William Eads. And not getting a great start, and stacks the field up here. As you can see, that is Greg Molyneux behind him And Zach Stroop making a move up the inside there, trying to make up some positions. They're going to be too wide here as they head down the front stretch. That is the 55 of Justin Hall and that black car up top there. But Zach Stroop currently on the bottom, trying to make this bottom work. We'll see if he can find the speed. Everyone else running that top side of the track. And it looks like he is. He's going to move up into 5th. And on further back, that is the 01 of Keaton there. Taking a look underneath the 53 of Armstrong. And Ruggiero Jr. plowing his way through the field right now with a ton of speed. He's already up into 10th as he makes a look here on 2 cars and 1 straight there. He's going to move up into 8th. And he's not finished yet as he now looks underneath all for that 7th place position. Now he has Greg Molyneux in his sights here as they have 20 to go, halfway through the race here this evening in our feature event, 40 lap main event here. Ruggiero Jr., after being involved in that incident earlier on, starting in the rear of the field now, making his way all the way back up into 6th, and he's not done yet. And looks like we have another caution here. May have been Cale Mabin also involved. Looks to be just very slow on the bottom side of the track there. Just trying to pull off the track, it almost looked like there, and making contact with the wall there, and that is ultimately what brings out the 3rd caution here this evening. But that's okay. That is exactly what Ruggiero Jr. here wanted to see as he made his way up to 6 that stint, and now it'll bunch the field up and will allow him to potentially catch back up to our race leader there. But the trick is we'll only have about 14 laps remaining once we get started. Is that enough time? He needs to finish ahead of Aaron Smith, who he is fighting for the championship and that $1,000 here at the end of round 8. We're currently round 6, so only 2 more rounds remain here after this evening. All right, pace lights are off the pace truck, so we're going to get going green here this time by 15 laps will be remaining once we take the green flag here this evening. Can Trent Ivy hold off the very fast Aaron Smith? But then you've also got to keep in mind that number 18 right there. That is John Ruggiero Jr. He is quick and coming through the field. We expect him to be back up in at least 3rd here within a couple of laps, but Pace Truck's going to dive off. Trent Ivy here going to get us started. Very early start. Pace Truck wasn't even off the track yet. Hopefully he did not get a penalty there, but Aaron Smith in 2nd. Great battle here for 3rd as you see the 2 there of William Eads make contact with the outside wall. And we see Ruggiero Jr. there going across the outside there, looking to get great momentum down the front straight. And we have another caution. That'll be the 4th one here this evening. Cole DeMint in that blue number 12 going to make contact. That was with Ruggiero Jr. And ultimately collecting 2 cars with him there. Ton of damage, Cole DeMint, so he's going to need to get that repaired. And this is not what Ruggiero Jr. here wanted to see this evening, because the amount of laps he has left to get back up there and make a move on Aaron Smith and finish ahead of his biggest challenger in the points are going to wind down. We'll have about 11 to go once we take the green flag here. And Ruggiero Jr. is finding it very difficult here in this mid-pack on these restarts to make up any positions as these guys take it 2 and 3 wide. But he will do all he can here once we get started. But Trent Ivy just dominating so far. We've seen the only driver able to get close to him is Ruggiero Jr., but the long run speed Trent Ivy has here in this number 88 machine is just miraculous, as he will lead us down to the restart line here. We'll get going green again. 11 laps to go once we get to the line. And he's off as we take the green flag. Aaron Smith getting a better start that time, but he's still going to be over half a second back as they head down into turn 1. Great battles going on here, all the way second, all the way back through fourth. John Ruggiero Jr. going to get into the back there of Eads. And you see Ruggiero Jr. just not able to advance up. And looks like Tim Paradiso may have been involved here, bringing out the caution. Oh, that's also the 01 of Maben, or the 01 of James Keaton, that actually got into the outside wall. Let's take a look at that again. Yeah, that is the 01 there. That's going to hit Tim Paradiso, and then the 17 there of Kel Maben also involved. But the one getting the worst end of that stick there is going to be Tim Paradiso, as he actually has to tow back to the pits, as he did flip up on its side. And Aaron Smith is loving what he's seeing here, as we'll have about 8 laps to go once we get restarted here. Ruggiero Jr. still stuck back there in 5th, just not having enough green flag laps here to get back up through the field. But Trent Ivy here in that number 88, he's going to lead us down to the restart here, as we're under our 5th caution of the evening. But the pace truck's going to pull off here. Trent Ivy will get the race started. Another very early jump there. And that's going to be Zach Stroop looking on the inside of Aaron Smith. Can he make that bottom side work? Just not enough grip there, as William Eads is going to come around the outside and take away 3rd there for a second. We'll see if Zach Stroop's able to throw a block. He is. And that's going to allow Ruggiero Jr. here down to the inside. Is he going to make contact? No, just barely staying off the back of Zach Stroop there. But William Eads is actually going to get on by and move back up into 3rd. And we've got another caution here. That'll be the 6th one this evening. Looks like Greg Molyneux involved in that number 21, the white machine up top of the track there. Well, it looks like he's going to come down and actually collect the 55 of Adam Logan. Or sorry, Justin Hall that was. But the worst end of that going to go to Greg Molyneux here. Not sure if he's able to get it flipped around or not. Very difficult to do once you get these cars on the side. Oh, he's actually going to come down the track and take out. Who is that? That is William Eads. William Eads actually having to tow back. Oh no, that is absolutely, that is not what we want to see here this evening. William Eads was having a great run, and I'm sure race control will be taking a look at that right there. That is unfortunately going to end William Eads' night, as well as Greg Molyneux's, because they're both out of the race. But we're going to have a great battle here up front, as actually Aaron Smith has made it to the lead. Yes, he has. Trent Ivy came down pit road on lap 35. Not sure. Trying to go back and let's go back and just take a look. He just came down pit road, like it was almost a scheduled stop there. So not sure if he thinks it's going to be close on fuel or what. But very interesting strategies. He'll go all the way back to 11. That'll allow Aaron Smith here to take the lead as we get restarted with 3 laps remaining. And we're off. You can see the 2 of Zach Stroop there up top. as they take the green flag. John Ruggiero Jr. here back up into second, and this is the battle we wanted to see right here. 3 laps remaining. Ruggiero Jr. looking to make it around. Points leader Aaron Smith, only 1 point separates these two here in the championship, as Ruggiero Jr. gonna look to the outside. Aaron Smith gonna go to the inside. 2 to go currently. Can Ruggiero Jr. get a good run? He does. He's gonna go down to the inside, pull a great slide job here. They're going to come across the line, take the white flag, this time by Ruggiero Jr. It just fell into his hands there as they go through turns 1 and 2 for the final time. He's going to make it around here, but Aaron Smith isn't done quite yet, as you can see right there on the tail end. Going through turns 3 and 4, Ruggiero Jr. going to take home the race win. Oh, we've got 3-way contact back here. Oh, that is Zach Stroop. Old DeMint, and might have been Trent Ivy there. It was Trent Ivy involved. Those 3. Wow. Hold on. We've got to go back and take a look at that here. So you can see we're riding on board the blue car there of Cole DeMint as they come around the back straight there. It looks like Trent Ivy going to come up the track. Zach Stroop and Cole DeMint going to make contact, and that collects Trent Ivy as well. Wow, wow, wow. A lot of contact there. Those 3 drivers will fall back further in the field. So let's pull up the official results here this evening. John Ruggiero Jr. with one heck of a recovery run after being involved in, I believe it was the 2nd or 3rd incident of the race, coming home with the race win, doing what he needed to do here tonight to advance in the points. Aaron Smith going to come home 2nd. Justin Hall in 3rd. James Keaton in 4th. Kyle Armstrong in 5th, Michael Doby in 6th, Adam Logan in 7th, Jace Parrish in 8th, Zach Stroop in 9th, and Cole DeMint there will round out your top 10 here this evening. So now let's try to get a word with our top 3. All right, we've got our 3rd place finisher here this evening. I believe we've got Justin Hall here up in the broadcast booth. Hey, Justin, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
I got you, man.
Hey, man, one heck of a run. Congratulations there, coming home in 3rd. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the few cars there made contact right in front of you there on that last lap, allowed you to advance up into 3rd, but looked like one difficult track here this evening in these 410 sprint cars. A lot of drivers struggling to run the bottom side. Looked like the fast line was up top. We saw a lot of contact. Just got to ask, what was your strategy going into this race? And, were you able to stick to it, or was it just crazy hectic out there?
I really didn't know it was going to get as slick as it did. Coming in with a fixed setup is always different, especially when you don't run these cars all the time. And I just stuck the bottom and just feathered the pedal the whole time around. And then, like you said, them cars in front of me got into it, and lucky to get 3rd out of it.
Absolutely. Well, you do come home here in 3rd this evening, so a great finish there for you. And I do apologize if I'm wrong here, but is this your first race with us this evening?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so one heck of a way to have an opening night here this evening, coming home in 3rd. So that's one way to go out, or come in with a bang, I should say, as we have a couple more rounds left here in the Summer Shootout series. But congratulations on that 3rd place finish. Just got to give you a moment here. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Small storage units, Barfield's Bulldozing, and my good buddy Trent Ivy.
All right. Well, again, congratulations on that 3rd place finish. And hey, hopefully we'll be talking to you again next week in Victory Lane, maybe.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all having me.
No problem. That'll do it for 3rd place driver there this evening, Justin Hall. Now let's get a word with our good buddy and friend, Aaron Smith, bringing it home in 2nd. Hey, Aaron, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Kevin.
I've got to say, first off, great action all night long from you up front there. The battle you and John put on, being 1 point separating you two from the championship as we came in here to round 6. Only 2 more rounds remaining. We knew it was tight on points. We knew you guys were going to battle it out, and that you guys did. Coming down to the last 3 laps there. Looks like he just edged you out. We know he's fast in the dirt. We know you're fast in all things, especially asphalt. But he just got the edge there on you in those final few laps. Got to ask, did you think you could hold him off?
I was having a hard enough time as it was. I didn't even realize it was John who was behind me there in the last restart. Saw him fly by me and I looked down at my relative and I realized I messed up. So unfortunately, it didn't work out in my favor, but it was a pretty good race nonetheless.
It was. I'll tell you, I'm excited to talk with John here in a little bit because he unfortunately got involved in an early incident and was just flying up through the field there at the end. But all those caution laps impeded him a little bit. But man, once you two got together, that was some great racing. And I thought for a moment there it looked like you were going to be able to edge him out, but unfortunately he showed his skills tonight with that great slide job. But hey, I gotta be honest here, as a mostly asphalt driver myself that dabbles in dirt, just to be able to finish here tonight at Knoxville is an accomplishment of itself. These things are a handful to drive when the track gets slick. Got to ask you though, saw you, I believe you were on the top line most of the night. We did see some drivers go down to the bottom and have some success there, but did you just feel like the speed was at the top here tonight?
Yeah, I can't really drive the slick in these things to save my life, so I tried to stick up there where the loose stuff was, and it worked out there in the beginning of the race. But as the race went on, the bottom line became a lot quicker there to pass. But fortunately, never got the hang of it, and that's ultimately what cost me, I think.
Absolutely. Well, again, coming home in second, it looks like the points battle between you two is just going to heat up even more as you were in the lead coming into this round. I believe now you're going to fall back to second. He's going to go up to first. So 2 more rounds here remaining. Do you think you can take home the championship here?
Well, John's been strong all season, even on the asphalt races. But it depends on what next week's draw is. I don't know what kind of track we're gonna end up with, but it should. Hopefully, it'll be in my ballpark. But we'll see.
Well, hey, while you're here, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I'd like to thank the folks at the Chicken Bone Alley for putting on this show, and y'all for broadcasting, and the folks at the Satellite Racing Team for their support, as well as everyone for watching. Looking forward to next week.
All right. Well, again, congratulations on the second place finish. And I tell you, we're excited. All of us are excited to see you two duke it out here in these final 2 rounds for the championship.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
All right. That'll do it for second place driver there, Aaron Smith. Now we'll get a word with our race winner. Taking it home in style, we've got John Ruggiero Jr. here up in the booth. Hey, John, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Hey, man, first of all, just congratulations on that run this evening. There for a moment, it looked like you were going to be stuck in the mid pack as we just kept getting caution after you were unfortunately involved in an incident, got some damage, had to come down pit road. And it looked like you were just going to be stuck there in the mid pack, 5th or 6th, but you found some speed there in those final few green flag laps we have. Got to ask, man, how'd you do it?
I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I pitted on lap 15, I really thought I was safe. As far as like, the amount of laps left in the race for me to work my way towards the front, and we started getting them cautions, and caution laps were counting, and I'm looking down and I'm realizing we're within 14 to go, and then it turned into 12 to go, and I'm just like, man, like, if I don't have something go my way here, I'm gonna be in bad shape. And thankfully, everything did work out. And I knew the slicker the racetrack got, the better I was gonna be. But it was just still so hammered down around that top that I was a little concerned. But it was fun. It was a little nerve wracking to tell you the truth, but at the end of the day, it was a whole lot of fun just because everybody races, so well in the series that it's a lot of fun to come out here and race every Tuesday.
Absolutely. I tell you, we're excited here with you taking home the win this evening. That puts you ahead. You're 1 point behind coming into this round, behind Aaron Smith in the championship standings. Winning tonight, you absolutely needed to do, and you did. That's going to put you in the lead as we head into the final 2 rounds. So, I'm honestly, I'm a bit out of the loop, so I don't know what the car is next week, or even the tracks that could be drawn. But I gotta say, if any dirt races remain, I think you've got a great shot at this. If some asphalt gets drawn, it's going to be one heck of a close battle, because we know Aaron is just very quick on the asphalt. So, gotta ask, how do you feel about going into these final 2 rounds?
Uh, I certainly don't feel great, if we're being 100% honest. Next week, just so you know, next week the guaranteed car is the Camping World trucks, and then the track is to be announced. Nobody knows what could be drawn, what the possibilities are. They do all that next Monday. So for now, the only thing I can do to try to prepare is just run as many truck races as I can, especially considering it's a car I've never driven. And then the following week, or the season finale, we run dirt super late models, and then same thing, we don't know the track. So I don't feel great about it, just because I know Aaron's going to be extremely tough next week with the trucks. um, I like to think the super late models the following week I'd have a good shot at, but then again, there's so many good cars and strong competition in this series that I really can't bank on anything. So I just got to do my job next week and practice, and try to hopefully get a little bit better on the asphalt side of things, and maybe finish a little closer to the front. But Aaron obviously has done his homework and figured out the dirt, running second tonight. So I'm sure as heck gonna have to get on night or get to work on the asphalt stuff.
Absolutely. Well, you got me excited with the 2 remaining rounds here, because I know that last round in the super lates on dirt, you've got a great shot at winning that. But also at the same time, Aaron Smith, I'm currently racing him in a truck league right now, and I know he's super quick in those trucks. So I think this is going to be a close one. I'm excited to see you guys duke it out there in these final 2 rounds, and I know everyone watching is as well. But again, congratulations on the win here tonight, taking home the win and jumping into the points lead as we head into round 7. Got to ask while you're here, is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yes, sir. I want to thank you guys for the broadcast. Thank Chicken Bone Alley for putting this deal together. It's a heck of an event, and I'm really excited to be a part of it. SRI Performance, all the guys over there, and then just everybody that's helped me throughout this whole deal on the asphalt stuff, and kind of get me up to speed on that. Obviously, we know we got to do a little more work, but hopefully we can pull something out here.
All right. Well, again, congratulations with the victory tonight. And as we head into the trucks next week, don't know the track yet. I'm excited to see you guys duke it out next week as well. And look forward to hopefully talking to you again next week.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
All right, that'll do it for our race winner here tonight. John Ruggiero Jr. showing his speed on the dirt as he made a run through the field there with only 15 laps remaining. And I think we only got around 5 or 6 green flag laps in that stint. And he was able to work his way up through the field and take home the race victory here this evening. And one heck of a run from him. But as you can see, the top 2 finishers here tonight, very close in the points as we came into this week. Aaron Smith did have a 1-point lead over John Ruggiero Jr. That's going to change after tonight's finish, and only 2 more rounds remaining. And it's anybody's shot here on who takes home that $1,000 cash prize at the end of the series. But thank you all for tuning in here to Soak Tires Broadcasting. That's going to wrap up round 6 here at Knoxville Raceway here this evening. And just a quick shout out to all of the sponsors here that put on the show. We've got a lot of great sponsors here this evening. SRI Performance, Grease Monkey of Mooresville, sorry about that. Had a little technical difficulty, but it looks like we're back up here. Just giving a shout out to the sponsors here that put on the show this evening: EMFR Performance, Grease Monkey of Mooresville, Palmetto Machine and Fabrication, Northeast Auto Imports, SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel, Blood Eagle Racing Podcast, and BS Racing, all putting on the show here this evening, putting up that money for our championship winner. And this is just a great series, different car track combination every week. And we're excited. Next week we head to the Gander Trucks. Don't know the track yet, but if you tune in to Chicken Bone Alley Podcast, their Facebook URL there is at the bottom of your screen. They do the drawing on Monday evenings. So they'll draw the track. The car is guaranteed to be the Trucks, but the drivers do not know what track, and they really don't get a lot of time to practice. They'll find out Monday evening, and then, of course, on Tuesday evenings is the race. So great series here in the Chicken Bone Alley Summer Shootout series. As always, check them out on Facebook here, but that'll do it for round 6, and hopefully we'll catch you again next week.